And when I'm writing characters, I usually do that whole putting myself in the characters. Like I sort of write as if I'm the character, like a little bit like I'm acting it out.
So okay, so give us a good example of how would you give us a character, and like how would you get into that character's like frame of mind?
Well, the best one for that was the best example of that, I think, is in The Devil's Claw. Jennifer Dorry was the first character that I started writing, and I guess as the main character and a woman just a few years younger than me who had lived away from Guernsey and then returned under kind of difficult circumstances, she's obviously not me, but she's much closer to me than any of the other characters in the book. And I found her really quite hard to write, because you're trying to remove yourself from her, but also to make her likable. And it's hard to think about what makes you likable and then put that on a page, you know. So it was I found that really difficult. When I sat down to write the first chapter from the serial killer's point of view, it was like, honestly, steam was coming off the keyboard, because I just had this amazing, like, oh, he's like this. And I just sort of was, it sounds really weird, but I was pretending to be him, like while I was writing it, and just really enjoying the idea of this really quite awful person. But I found like I could get really dramatic with it, and just sort of, I don't know, I just find it much, much easier to pretend to be someone than to draw on my own experiences and my own character.
And is that that's kind of the fun bit about plotting a character, I would imagine, that you do, because especially when you're writing crime fiction, you do get to write a character who is so different from you and maybe doing all the things you'd never do, and it's kind of invigorating, maybe.
I love that about it, and I found the same thing even writing Michael Gilbert, the detective, who's a really nice guy, but again, very different to me. And I guess I did have a couple of real people in mind in the way that they spoke and the way that they moved when I wrote him. But again, I found that much easier and freer writing, imagining people that are very different to yourself.